Now we are going to study the first transition series in detail. First transition series are scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. It includes, or first transition series includes 10 elements, all less than 7% of the Earth's crust. Example, iron is the most abundant, 5.1%, titanium 0.66%. The third one is manganese 0.11%, and the other elements less than this percentage. The first element is scandium 21. We are going to take short note about each element. Scandium is very little in the Earth's crust. Its percentage very small. Give reason, scandium is used in MiG fighter jet industry. Why? Because it's added to aluminium to form light and very hard alloy. They say scandium and aluminium form very hard and light alloy. How is scandium used for TV photography during the night? They say scandium is used in TV photography during the night by adding it to mercury vapor lamps to produce light of high quality similar to sunlight. Next, the second element, titanium 22. It is the second after iron in Earth's crust, 0.66%. It's strong as steel and resists to corrosion, and this is very important property. Give reason, it is preferred to aluminum in manufacture of space shuttle and aircrafts. Why? It is preferred to aluminum. Let's say the normal aeroplanes is made from aluminum, but in case of space shuttle and aircrafts, titanium is preferred because it maintains its durability at high temperature. Durability means strength. بيحافظ على المتانة بتاعته at high temperature. Next, give reason, it's used in dental implants and artificial joints and في زراعة الأسنان والمفاصل الصناعية. This is titanium. Why? Because the body doesn't eject it, ما بيطردهاش, and doesn't cause any kind of poisoning, ولا يسبب أي نوع من السموم. Next, what are the important compounds of titanium? Give reason, titanium dioxide, for example, is used for making cosmetics that protect the body from sun rays. How? Because minute nanoparticles of titanium dioxide prevent ultraviolet rays to reach. Next, the next element, vanadium 23. Give reason, vanadium is used in car spring in the form of alloy, iron steel or vanadium steel and a small portion of vanadium. The steel and small percentage of vanadium form a kind of alloy, very hard alloy. This alloy has high hardness and resist to corrosion, and has high hardness and resistance to corrosion. This kind of alloy, so it is used for making a car spring. Important compounds of vanadium: vanadium pentoxide V2O5, used as dyes in glass and ceramic industry, catalyst in manufacture of strong conducting magnets. This is a kind of magnets. Number 3, catalyst in the production of H2SO4 acid by contact method. Let's say sulfuric acid is prepared by a method using V2O5 as a catalyst. By this method is called contact method. The method for preparing sulfuric acid is called contact method. The next element, chromium. Chromium 24. Give reason it resists the effect of atmosphere, although it's highly reactive, very active, but resist the corrosion, this important property, due to the formation of non-porous layer of oxide, and the volume of oxide molecule is greater than the volume of the atoms that prevent the reaction with oxygen of air. Thus say chromium react with oxygen, forming a very thin layer on its surface. This layer separates the atmosphere than the other part of the metal, so it is protected from this layer, so it resists corrosion. Next, shiny, has a luster, and corrosion resistant, used in plating and plating metals. Let's say some metals such as iron is plated with chromium to also protect iron from corrosion. And in leather tanning, some leather industry use chromium for the tanning process. Next, important compounds of chromium. Chromium 3 oxide, Cr2O3, used for making dyes. K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate, is an oxidizing agent. We are going to use it in organic chapter. It's in stainless steel, iron and chromium. Chromium is added to iron with certain percentage from 11 to 15% to making stainless steel that resists corrosion. All of us know stainless steel. Nickel alloy, nickel chromium alloy for heating coils اللي هي ملفات تسخين and furnace والأفران and irons. في المكوى كل ملفات التسخين بنستخدم فيها نيكل chromium. The next element is manganese 25. It is the third of transition elements in the Earth's crust, 0.11%. Give reasons not used in pure state, not used as pure element in the form, but it is used in the form of an alloy or compound. Why? Because it is brittle metal, brittle, extreme fragility. Brittle metal can be broken easy, as you see in the figure, like chocolate. Give reason, ferromanganese alloy, manganese added to steel, added to iron, ferromanganese alloy used in manufacture of railway track. Why? Of course, because more solid than steel. Manganese added to iron for making or for railway track industry. Why? Because it is more solid than steel. Next, give reason, manganese and aluminium alloy used in manufacture of soft drink vessels, which are called cans. Why? Of course, because this alloy resists the corrosion. Manganese and aluminium resist corrosion process. Important compounds of manganese: manganese dioxide MnO2, used as a catalyst and strong oxidizing agent used in dry cell. All of us know dry cell. Manganese dioxide is strong oxidizing agent. Important compounds in dry cell. Potassium permanganate KMnO4 is antiseptic, مطهر, and oxidizing agent. Also, we are going to use it in the next chapters. Next, manganese 2 sulfate MnSO4 is used as fungicide مبيد للفطريات. The next element is iron Fe26 most abundant transition element أكتر واحد في first transition series انتشارا في القشرة الأرضية. It's used in pipes of guns and cannons, used in reinforced concrete, of course, reinforced concrete, electricity pylons, as you see in the figure, surgical tools, knives, and other industries, as a catalyst in preparation of ammonia by Haber-Bosch method. Let's say ammonia is prepared by a method called the Haber-Bosch. Ammonia is prepared from its elements hydrogen and nitrogen by this method, which is called Haber-Bosch method. Next, as a catalyst in conversion of water gas, low mixing of carbon monoxide and hydrogen into liquid fuel. Carbon monoxide and hydrogen is called water gas and converted into liquid fuel by a method called Fischer-Tropsch method. Fischer-Tropsch method is a method for converting water gas, which is a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen, to liquid fuel. Next, the next element, cobalt 27. Give reason. It is similar to iron. What is the similarity between cobalt and iron? Because both of them can be magnetized. Both of them can be magnetized. That's say used for making magnets. It's used in manufacture of magnets and dry batteries in modern cars. It has 12 isotopes. We know the meaning of isotopes. The element has different forms of atoms, have the same atomic number, differ in mass number. From them, cobalt 60, CO60. Cobalt 60 is important. Why? Because it's used in preservation of food, to detect the sites of cracks and welding connections, as you see in the figure. Why? Detection of qualified industrial products. How? Cobalt in all these cases produce gamma radiations that has high penetration power. Number 4 in medicine, for the diagnosis and the treatment of tumors, because it gives gamma rays that has high penetration power. In all uses, preservation of food, detects the sites of cracks and welding connections, detects the quality of industrial products, because this property gives the gamma rays has high penetration power. The element nickel, it's ductile and resists corrosion. It's used in manufacture of recharging secondary nickel cadmium battery. There is a kind of battery rechargeable like the mobile battery, but it's used in children toys. Nickel cadmium battery. Its alloy with the steel is very solid and resists the corrosion or resist rust and the effect of the acid. Give reason nickel alloy used as container for acids, because it's not affected by them, not affected by the acids. Give reason nickel chromium alloy used in the coils of heaters and electric furnace, because it resistant to corrosion at a red hot degree. not corroded. It's used for plating metals. Nickel is used for plating metals to protect it and give it good appearance. Finally, divided nickel used in hydrogenation of oil, as you will see in organic chapter. Hydrogenation of oils, that say oil can be hydrogenated, yani means hydrogen is added to oil to convert it into margarine. Next, copper 29, the first discovered metal on the surface of the earth. أول metal اكتشف هو الكبر. It's used in electric cables and wires, as you see. Give reason, of course, because good conductor of electricity. It's used in alloys such as bronze, which is copper and tin. Copper and tin is bronze, and brass, copper and zinc, and the coins. Copper and zinc alloy is called brass. Copper and tin alloy is called bronze. Important compounds of copper. Anhydrous copper 2 sulfate is used in detection and the purification of water. Is used in insecticides and fungicide. Copper sulfate. Failing solution, also copper sulfate used in failing solution from copper compounds. Copper sulfate is used in detection of glucose sugar changes from blue to orange. Let's say the failing solution is heated with the spacement that we wanted to detect it or to test it. If the color change into orange, it means contains sugar or glucose. The last element is zinc. It's used as a negative pole in simple cell. This figure shows simple cell. This is copper pole, zinc pole put in an acid, dilute acid. This is called simple cell, gives electricity. Simplest form of the cells. It's used in dry cell, of course, used as a negative pole in the dry cell. Next, it's used in galvanization of metals to protect them from corrosion. Let's say iron can be covered by zinc, molten zinc, and this process is called galvanization to protect iron from corrosion. This is a kind of protection of the metals from corrosion. Important compounds of zinc. Zinc oxide, ZnO, is used in paints, rubber, and cosmetics. Zinc sulfide is used in bright paint and X-ray screens. شاشات بتاعت الإكس-راي فيها الزنك سلفايد اللي هي بتوضح الصورة لما الإكس-راي fall on it, the image appears.